They took this out, bring in a couple of round tables, put chairs around it. They put a food processor on the wall over there, and a couple of games on the tables. Boom, new room.
Cool.
They did the same with the crew quarters. You have one crew quarters, and you just redress it and decorate it differently for different characters. If it's Spock's room, it has certain things in it. If it's Kirk's room, it's rearranged a little differently, but the room is still the same. One last thing I want to share with you here is these. I want to tell you about these switches. You see these banks of switches at every one of these stations. They're all over the ship. They were all over that console that Kelly turned on. They're all over the bridge at every station. They're even on the captain's chair, on the right arm. Because back in the 60s, they were pretty common. They're not anymore. They're long gone. But if you're going to recreate the Enterprise, you need lots of them, right? But they don't really have to work. They just have to be the same thing, right? So we have a couple of real ones, and we just made castings of the actual switches, different colors, and then you just put them in here, like that. And you could even put them in different directions to make them look like some buttons are on and some aren't, right? They don't do anything, but they don't have to do anything. Because if the actor is doing his job, you're looking at the actor. You're not like, oh, I wonder if that button's actually pushing. If we're shooting a scene and I'm pacing around in here waiting to hear from Spock, when is he going to call? Gotta figure, oh, there he is. Kirk here. Now you're not looking down there, you're looking here.
Right.
You saw me go for it, you saw me reach for it, so you just assume I pushed something. But I didn't. And when the sound man does his magic little sound effect, click, perfect. Now the audience thinks, oh, those things work. They don't do anything. Even the tape slots. See all the tape slots at every one of these stations? That's for putting the data tapes in. Well, if you have an episode where you have to absolutely see that data tape going in there, you would probably have to cut a hole. But why would you do that? Why would you cut holes in your table if you don't need to? So those are just pieces of tape, of gaffer's tape, that when photographed looks like tape slots.
Excellent.
Any questions? Any questions?